Hello, Captains. The Doctor here. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Trek Online. Free-to-play edition, by the way. This is my character, Rami Summers. Before I begin, let me just first apologize for the lengthy delay between the last video and this one. I will just say I'm back in it now. I'm here. We're going to finish this playthrough. We are getting very close to end-game level. Right now we're at level 43, and in-game is currently level 60. So we're not too far away from current in-game. Now, I did say at the beginning of this playthrough, I will go ahead and continue to play through all the Vaudoir missions, all the Iconian missions, and now all the New Dawn missions, even though we will exceed 60 or get to beyond 60 in this playthrough. I will go ahead and do that for a complete storyline playthrough. That way we can see where we end up at very end game on this free-to-play character. We'll see what kind of resources we end up with. And that way I can then talk about going into things like the reputation and the current in-game STFs like the Mirror Universe and the Borg and the Iconians, all those hard STFs, and talk about how you can still be successful with free-to-play resources, because as a free-to-play character you're not going to have the same kind of level of ship as a paying customer would have. So we will of course get into all of that once we hit in-game, so look forward to that information. That should be fun to go over. So basically, since my last playthrough, nothing has really changed in the game that much. Season 9 has come, excuse me, that was a long time ago. Season 11 has come out, which is New Dawn. Basically, some new STFs, some new missions, and a new Mirror Universe reputation. And that's pretty much it, but all the game mechanics are the same, everything's the same, so our playthrough, from start of this playthrough till now, is still as current as the game can get, so it's all up to date. So you're not missing anything new. Other than that, before I started recording this video, I went ahead and spent some time with Rami Summers here. I went ahead and spent about an hour on her, actually, going over many things just to see what I can do to make our character a little bit better for the rest of this whole playthrough series. One thing I did is I took some time and looked around the tailor, actually, to see if there were any special customizations I could make in the tailor beyond what we already had. Unfortunately, get this, you really don't have any extra tailor slots on a free-to-play character. You get the off-duty uniform slot, which I guess you can use for off-duty uniforms and other things. Then you get your regular slot, basically, where you can put whatever uniform you want on. Like I'm using the Odyssey uniform here. That comes with the free-to-play account, thankfully. But I cannot create any more open slots to create more uniforms to switch around between. Yeah. The only way to have more is to either join a fleet, which will open up one extra slot, or to, I guess, purchase them in the Z store. I have no idea what's going on over there, but it is quite loud. Let's move away from that because that's kind of loud. So anyway, it's kind of strange, but I guess they just don't give you that many options to customize your character on free-to-play. Now, what I did do is I did do just a couple of things cosmetically here on our character. You may notice them already. The first thing is I finally put the correct pips on. Now I've got Rear Admiral lower half pips. For some reason, I was using Commander pips all this time. So, yeah, we're finally the right rank now, so thank goodness for that. I also just added a couple of cosmetic bits here to her outfit. These are actually from the tactical kit. I think it's the security kit. There's an operative kit and a security one. And I just put these parts on here just to make her look a little more menacing. She's got this armband thing here that lights up. Kind of unique and different. Then she's got this belt, which kind of gives her access to utility things and stuff like that. This doesn't in any way buff her or make her better. It's just a cosmetic thing, just for looks. But I thought I would do that now that we're getting into the latter part of this game, She's a little tougher now. She can take on the big stuff. We're going to be hitting some of the big stuff soon, getting into some of the bigger enemies in storyline content in this game. So I figured, dress her up a little bit for that, and she'll look a little more tougher. Anyway, that's just cosmetic stuff. Other things that I have done is I have worked on my ground bridge officer powers and my space stuff, and I have upgraded gear and kit powers. I was really lagging behind on kit powers for my character, so let me just go over that real quick. Here's what I've done. I have upgraded to a tactical kit Mark 9. This I just purchased from a vendor, 4,000 energy credits, so it's very cheap, but it gave me more module slots. I only had 2 slots previously. Now I've got 2 assault slots and then 2 strategic slots for modules. So within that, I then bought some more modules. I got now a Mark 9 rally cry, so that's going to be better. I've also got an ambush module I've added, Mark 9. Check that out. Single attack damage buff plus 66.5% all damage for 15 seconds. That's absolutely incredible. So just right off the bat, using this new ambush kit power, I will be doing more damage than I was doing before. So very important as a tactical character, you want to do the most damage you can. So there you go, ambush, a very, very good ability there. I also upgraded my plasma grenade to a Mark 9 plasma grenade. It does more damage. And I also got myself a motion accelerator. I've always wondered what this would be like to have one of these on a character, and I've in the past on any tactical character I've ever had, I've never actually used the motion accelerator before. And I figured, you know what? Let's test it. Let's try it out. This is a physical damage. This gives a plus 22.1% physical damage for 13.5 seconds. And a run speed increase for 13.5 seconds, immunity to run speed debuffs, immunity to root, and immunity to stun as well when motion accelerator is turned on. That's going to help us with the Borg once we get to the Borg stuff, because they like to root you and slow you down. So motion accelerator is going to help there, but otherwise, just a cool thing to have. Can run a little faster. Ambush, I told you about the damage buff there, and then of course the upgraded rally cry. Also gives me hit points and all damage resistance and an increased critical chance and critical severity when I use Rally Cry. So now I am instantly better as far as tactical powers go on this character. Much better than I was before. We are ready for whatever the game has to throw at us. In addition, I already had this previously. This was the Energy Dampening Armor Mark 10. This was a drop, I think, very rare. It's got Reg HP, I cannot speak. Reg HP and Reg SH. Basically, that is a shield regeneration and a health hit point regeneration. So that is good on top of the kinetic and all energy damage resistance it has. And then on top of that, it's got a disruptor and phaser damage resist. Not really too important there, but the big parts are the 2 regens, and then the fact that it has a higher damage resistance than a regular Mark 10 would. Then I just have a regular Mark 9 shield. I also put on a Mark 9 split beam rifle to coincide with my Romulan Disruptor Mark 8 that I already had, which is rare. I'm going to keep it for now. Eventually I will switch it out with something better as I get drops or better weapons later on. For all of my bridge officers, they all have the same thing. They're all Mark 9 energy dampening armor, Mark 9 shields, and I upgraded them all to Mark 9 phaser split beam rifles. They had Mark 4 previously, so I've upgraded them to Mark 9. They will be better now, better able to kill things for me. Those were cheap, by the way, like 4,000 energy credits a piece, so we're not talking about an expensive upgrade. All this stuff was pretty cheap if you go to the vendor. Of course, it's just common, and it's Mark 9, not Mark 10, but it's pretty cheap, and it's a good way to upgrade your characters. Obviously, it's not the end-all result. Eventually, I'll upgrade them again and again and again. Max level that I'll be able to get by vendors will probably be like Mark 11, I guess. But, you know, eventually I'll be able to get Mark 12, 13, or 14 stuff. I'll be getting drops and stuff like that, especially once we hit 60. So eventually I'll upgrade them even more, but right now that is good for now. The best we can do for now anyway. So that's all their ground stuff. One thing I did now is I really looked at their ground powers and what they were using before, and I changed some things around. I made Tavrel, who's excuse me, who's my science officer. I made her a full healer. She now does nothing but heals, and that is for me and my bridge officers. So she has Nanite Health Monitor 1, Vascular Regen 2, Medical Tricorder 2, and Hypospiridalovine 1. So she is nothing but a healer. All her powers are heals, and that's good. So she's able to heal me on the ground, and then of course heal my other bridge officers as well, and keep us all alive, hopefully. So that is awesome. And I also changed Zarva. She's more of a fabrication specialist now. I put a support drone fabrication 1 on her, quantum mortar 1, turret fabrication 1, and then a shield recharge, which works on all foes, or works on all allies, all my bridge officers and myself. My tactical powers for the bridge officers I left the same, simply because this is not the in-game setup that I really ultimately want. Like, I have 2 tactical bridge officers on the ground right now, and ultimately I don't really want that because I'm already a tactical officer, so that's 3 tacks on the ground, and then 1 engineering and 1 science. Too many tacks. I need another engineer or another science. So eventually I'll move my bridge officers around, or get some newer, better bridge officers to be my ground bridge officers or space or whatever. But I probably won't do that kind of stuff until we hit like the VOD War storyline. That's where in-game content gets pretty hard. VOD War is where it starts getting a little more difficult. So that's probably where I'll switch around actual bridge officers and what their role is for me on ground or space. Until then, we're just going to keep it what it is. But now at least I've got a good healer for the rest of the missions, and I've got a good fab specialist for engineering. So pretty cool, pretty good. On my space powers, I didn't change anything. I'm using Cannon Rapid Fire 2, Torpedo High Yield 2, Attack Pattern Omega 3, Torpedo Spread 3, Scatter Volley 1, Tag Team Emergency Powered Weapons. Basically what I need right now at in-game. Next, the one thing that did change between the last video and now is that they separated the traits, the active traits, between space and ground. They actually separated those. So your space and ground traits are separate, which means I technically get more active now. So I did customize my ground and space traits. For ground traits, I've got creative going, I've got peak health, I've got resilient, I got soldier, I've got lucky, I got strike team specialist, and I got field technician. When the other 2 open up, of course, I'll add 2 more. For space, I have warp theorist, I have accurate, crippling fire, elusive, last ditch effort, cannon training, because we are firing cannons. This is an all cannon build, so this is plus 5% to cannon weapon damage. And then operative, that's going to give me critical chance and critical severity. Basically, operative gives me critical chance and critical severity in space. Lucky gives me critical chance on ground, and one of these also gives me critical severity. Yeah, soldier gives critical severity on ground and plus 5 all energy damage on ground. So those are my traits right now. I just wanted to tell you guys and show you what they were, because I did change those compared to the previous video, because they separated them now into space and ground traits. So that's cool. We've only got 2 more slots open up, one at level 50 and one at 60. So that's cool. This person keeps going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What is the crap? Changing instance. Bothers me. Sorry. You'll have to excuse me. I'm all of a sudden seem to be having some kind of sinus problem. Alright, next thing to go over before we can continue this next mission is that I have added and changed up some skill points. So let's go to the skill points. I have, of course, opened up now the final column of skill points. I've got some into Squad Command, some into Willpower. Squad Command, let's see, it uses Motion Accelerator, so that's being buffed. Rally Cry, so that's being buffed. I'm using those. Security Escort, I'm going to use that a lot. And TAC Initiative, I'm going to use that. So Squad Command was very important to buff. Many things that I'm using are being buffed by Squad Command. I also upped Willpower. I had a couple left I've put into Combat Armor. I'm probably going to up that a few more. Special Forces, I don't think I need. Let's see, that's Target, well, Ambush. If I did summon here, it would help Ambush, but I mean, Ambush is already doing 66% all damage. I mean, that's a lot, even without buffing up Special Forces. On the space end of things, I've got a few into engine, a few into shield performance. I've also upgraded my weapon performance. This is basically my weapon power level. You guys told me in a previous video my power levels were going down or being affected a lot. So to combat that, I've done a couple of things. I have maxed out EPS, Electroplasma Systems, so that'll help keep the numbers going up instead of falling down and taking a while to get back up. And then I've increased my weapon power level itself so that it's just natively higher anyway. So I could even go higher in that. I'm just not sure that I really need to, because there's probably other things here I want to do, like maybe energy weapon specialization. That's going to help my critical severity hits. So I might want to do that. There's other things I might want to do, so I'm not sure yet. So I'm just going to wait. You know, I'm not at in-game max level yet, so still going to earn some more skill points we can put in other places. I wonder if I should put any into stealth. Well, no, because I don't use mask energy signature and I don't use cloak, so probably not. Maybe hull plating? I don't know. No, probably not hull plating. You guys let me know where I should focus on here. My current thoughts are to focus on maybe on energy weapon specialization, maybe projectile weapon specialization. Should I max my weapon performance? Should I? Question mark. Should I put more into combat armor, get that a little higher for ground stuff? Should I worry about advanced tactics? Should I worry about more engine performance or more shield performance? Let me know about those things. I don't think wait a minute. No, I don't have any in flow caps. I don't think I'm going to need it, though. Not for an escort on a tactical character. I'm not a draining ship. I'm not using any draining abilities. No leeches, no plasmonic leech, nothing like that. So I don't think I need flow caps. Let me know, though. Particle gens, again, I'm not draining anything. I don't think I'm going to need particle gens. So that's where I'm at right now on the skill stuff. From what I hear, you don't get to change it on a free-to-play character. That's why I'm really being particular about this, because if this is a one-shot deal, then we're going to be locked in. We're going to be locked in, and I'm not going to be able to change anything. Reputation doesn't open up to level 50, so we don't have to worry about that right now. What else? I have upgraded some gear on my ship. By the way, I renamed my ship the Arrow. So that's what we're calling this ship right now. This is, of course, the Patrol Escort, the free ship we got from Lieutenant Laurel in the shipyard. Nothing special. It's not a Z-Store ship. It's not a low-buy ship. Nothing like that. It's just a standard ship that the game gives you on a free-to-play character. Patrol Escort. The reason why I named it Arrow is because I thought it was like an arrow. It was very streamlined, very sharp, kind of just reminds me like a piercing arrow. So I've named it the Arrow. I thought that was a cool name for it. As far as my gear goes, here's what I got. I've got a Mark 10 Common Quantum. I got a Mark 10, dual heavy cannon. I got 2 Mark 10 dual cannons up front, so I think that's a pretty good setup. In the back, I have 1 Mark 10 turret, and I would like the other 2 to be Mark 10. Unfortunately, they're Mark 6-7, so I checked the prices in the exchange, and the Mark 10s are just too expensive for my blood right now, so I'm going to have to stick with the Mark 7s. Just couldn't afford it. But it'll be okay. Again, it's not going to be the last thing I ever buy for this ship. I mean, it'll be, we'll go to Mark 11 and then 12 and 13 and then 14. So we're far from done. But for right now, all the way to level 50, we'll be just fine with that. I did change out my deflector. I did some searching and I went with a positron deflector, and here's why. It has two things here that I think is really cool. Improves ship hit points, that's my health or hull strength, and it improves shield hit points, that's my shield strength or shield capacity. And I think I might have been dying kind of easy in my ships in the past, so that should help me buff that up just a little bit there. And also it improves shield healing as well. I'm going to keep the same Hyper Impulse engine and then the same Hyper Injection Warp Core. I'm also going to keep the Riemann Prototype Covariant Shield for right now, and the reason why is because this has the highest shield capacity really of any shield. I looked at a Mark 10 Covariant Shield, and this still has a higher capacity than that. The only thing that would be higher would be to upgrade this to a Mark 10, but I'd have to replay the mission again. It is 10% bleed through, not the best thing for an escort. You really want a 5% bleed through, 5% other thing, but it is what it is. It's still better. It's still the best thing right now until, we hit end game or upgrade to better things in the future. It'll do for now. Still got some Scorpion fighters left I can use. They are consumable, so once I use them, they run out. I am using an engineering neutronium for kinetic and all energy damage resistance. It's only Mark 8, but I looked at the Mark 10. It's too expensive. I did get a Mark 10 EPS, however, uncommon, plus 60% power transfer rate. And then I had another engineering console slot empty, so I filled it with another weapon power setting. This is a +3 to weapon power setting. Again, just to get my weapon power to stay as high as possible, because that's extremely important on a ship like this, and those cannons drain a lot of energy. They drain a lot of power, so anything to keep that power higher is going to help me do more damage. For science consoles, I put on a resist shield drain and energy drain console. This will help me on things that pull energy away from me or drain my shields. Once we get into the Borg stuff, that's going to drain shields because they have this crazy shield drainer thing that just kills your shields, so that's going to help resist that. And then I got a plus 30% crew recovery rate from a biofunction monitor. And then of course tactical are all maxed out as much as I can afford right now. I've got 4 Mark 10 commons plus 20.6% phaser damage. And that's my current build, guys. That's it. Here is, of course, target optics for my ground ability I'm going to use. I'm up to target optics level 3 now. We've gotten up that far. 2 self plus 25% all damage, so that's nice. Rally cry, heck yeah. Ambush, let me do motion accelerator first. Look at this, I can run faster than normal. So that's going to be cool. And then I got ambush here. That's what that looks like. Yep, and then of course I got good old TAC initiative to reduce the timers. Look how the timers just dropped. See, wasn't that awesome? And then I got my security escort. I am one BA mofo. Seriously. I mean, level 43 and free-to-play character and not many resources, and I'm doing pretty darn good. I looked at the dilithium store to see if I could buy anything in the dilithium store. I got 18,000 dilithium, but I can't afford anything in here yet, so it doesn't matter. But I was looking that I may upgrade to Andorian weapons for my ship if I had enough dilithium, but I don't. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's go into space. We've done everything here I can on ground. Let's go into space and look at my ship, look at my current stats, and then we'll start the first mission here, or the next mission. So here's our ship. I didn't really change anything here in the hotbar from the last video because all my powers are the same, so it's all the same here. But let's look at my power levels and all that. Okay, so I'm sitting at 125 weapon. That's as high as you can go, so that's good. Hopefully we'll keep that high with the EPS buffs that I have, plus that +3 to weapon power. Hopefully we'll keep the weapon power high. You guys help me and watch my power levels as I'm using the ship, because it's hard for me to watch it at the same time, and tell me, you know, if it drops a lot or if I need to do more to help get that power up. But I'm thinking it's going to do kind of okay. Shield is at 65, engine's at 50, aux is at 39. Let's look at the other stats here. So I'm operating at a 65% a minute crew recovery rate, 200 crew. Stealth detection rating is 15.89. My bonus defense is really high, 80% almost, 80%. So a really high defense setting, so that's cool. My hull strength is actually not terrible, 41,710. Again, remember this deflector dish is actually boosting that hull strength. Now my shields are not the greatest, but of course I'm only level 43. It's only a Mark 8 shield. Eventually we'll get that up. It's 7-9. Again, the deflector is also buffing that. My resists are terrible, 11%, but again, it's only a Mark 8. You know, eventually we'll get up to Mark 14 one day. So, you know, it is what it is. It's not the greatest right now. Also, my crit chance is very low, 3.5%. I really need to get that up higher. And my crit severity is really low as well. Both of these are really low for being a tactical escort. But of course, we're only level 43. We're not done yet. That's where skill points come in. Like if I put stuff into here, my critical severity will be higher. If I put points into there, I don't know if anything increases chance here in skill, but at least increases critical hits. One of my traits, again, is doing both. The operative is increasing chance and severity, but very minor, a 1 or a 2, 1 and a 2%. So it's very small. Here's my current DPS here. I've got 1167 DPS on this dual phaser cannon. That is a ton, 875 phaser damage. For being a level 43 character and like Mark 10 weapons, that's pretty good. This one is 1167. This one is also 1167. That's weird because these are dual and that's dual heavy, but it's the same DPS. Huh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Somebody explained to me why dual phaser cannons and dual heavy phaser cannons have the same DPS. Now the phaser damage is different between them. Phaser damage is 875 here, and then on the dual heavy is 1751, a lot better. But why is the DPS the same? I guess it just is, huh? Well, that's interesting to know. My torpedo, though, is 4493 kinetic, 561 DPS. My turrets, let's see what the Mark 10 is, 604 DPS, 453. The turrets are terrible, but I mean, it's a turret, and it is what it is. Eventually, those will get better. So we've got a pretty good turn rate on this thing. I mean, that's not, look at that. And then you throw in Omega and Alpha, and not a problem at all. All my powers are ready to go. Man, we are set. I don't know what else to do except to start the next mission, guys, because Rami Summers, free to play, she is set and ready to go. So what we're doing is we are in the Cardassian struggle. We did Lost and Found, we did Spoils of War, Jabberwocky. These are the new missions they just released recently. And one of the other new ones is called The Factory and the New Link. So we've got these two to do here. And then after that, we start second wave of Bajor, Operation Gamma, Facility 4028, and Boldly They Rode. These are, of course, the new, or the 2800 series that they released a long time ago and then integrated in the storyline. 5 missions. Very cool. But we got The Factory and the New Link. These are the new updated missions they have in the Cardassian storyline. So let's do it. We're going to do The Factory today. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces.
The pad you discovered on Gul Kardec revealed the location of a secret facility in the Alpha Quadrant. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces.
Okay, we're going to get rapid fire Polaron, or basically Polaron weaponry if we want it.
How can I help?
Sometimes it bugs out like that and doesn't show the mission until you change instances. It's weird. So we just need to make a loop here, a U-turn, go to the Alpha Quadrant. Okay, we need to go way down here. Though the Devil System, that is way in the corner over there. And I don't have Slipstream yet because I'm not level 50. So we're going to take the long way around Warp 997. And we're up here. And we have to go down here, guys. Oh, wow, that's going to take a lot of time. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video like usual and resume it when we get there. But I can't wait because the way our ship is set up, the way we're set up on ground, I mean, we are the best that we can do right now as far as free-to-play goes, you know, with the limited resources that we have. I've got 23,000 energy credits, so I'm not rich by any means, very poor, no reputation marks. I have Dyson Sphere marks because I keep using the Solanate Tribble. 18,000 dilithium, that's all I got. Those are my resources. No Zen, of course. That's what I've got. The reason why, for some reason, I went to the Z store and the game gives you, I guess on free to play, it gives you a Nukara Tribble and a Dice and a Solanate Tribble. This one right here, Solanate Tribble. I guess you get those for free now. I had to earn them on my main character, which is a paying character, but I had to earn these through whatever the reward was to get those things, and now I guess they give them away for free. Interesting. Alright, I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back everybody. Here we are at Devos. Let's begin the factory. Sir, we have arrived in the Devil system at the coordinates from Cardec's pad, detecting Cardassians and Dominion energy signatures. Signatures.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
That was pretty sweet. Look at that. I barely took any damage, but they sure did. That was cool. Remember to take all items because we need to sell everything. All loot is valuable to us so that we can get energy credits. That was pretty slick right there. Okay, this is a bigger ship, so let's do this right. That's on cooldown. That's a shame, but I can use Omega. That'll help me anyway. All damage, plus 24.8%. That, and that. I'll be good.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Nice. They did a little damage to me, but not a big amount. There we go. That was pretty slick. Okay, this is a Keldon. This one's even more deadly. I'm going to wait for this to come back online because this is also all damage. I'll do this one, and then I'll do this one. That's all damage. That's all damage and critical chance and severity. And then TAC team, of course. There we go. And there we go.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
And that's how you do that. Sweet. That's how you take down the enemy, folks. Scan facility. Scan complete. I am detecting numerous life signs, mostly Jem'Hadar. It appears to be some kind of manufacturing facility. Based on the presence of the large amount of uridium bicantazine I am detecting, along with the Jem'Hadar life signs, I would venture that this is a Ketracel White factory. Okay. We're gonna go raid a Ketracel White factory. Cool. So another repel mission. We get to repel down here. They're my bridge officers. They just appeared down here. How nice of them. Okay, let's bring out a weapon, shall we? This is gonna be nice. Sweet, can't wait. I want to kill things. Now what do I do? Defeat Jem'Hadar guards. Okay. That, ambush. Ooh. Not a problem. Check that out. Check that out. Let's get all this loot. My healer's even healing the support drone. How nice of it. Man, I am owning this place. Just outright owning this place. I hate those things. Hate those things. Alright, detecting, okay. Nice. Oh yeah. Everybody? Why isn't everybody following me? Come on, guys. Where are you? Are you stuck on the door frame? Get in here. There we go. Tavrel, where are you? Where is Tavrel, guys? Seriously, what is she doing? Oh, there you are. Were you in front of me? Why don't I see all my bridge officers here? Where's Zarva? Ah, forget it. You're all crazy.
Flanking damage detected.
Says there's ambushers, but I don't see any. Where is Zarva? Seriously, where did she go? She's 37 meters away. I swear. The AI in this game sucks.
Greetings. I am very glad to meet you. I am Naaman, a Vorta scientist, and servant of the Founders and the Dominion, of course.
You're pleased to see us?
Oh my, yes. I have a proposition to which I hope you shall be amenable. I serve a founder named Los. He is one of 100 founders sent here to the Alpha Quadrant. His actions have placed me in a bit of a moral conundrum that I hope you can help me unravel.
Please go on.
Los was the first of these Alpha Quadrant founders to emerge. He located and gathered the others into a new Great Link. However, he has not seen fit to tell these founders that the war with the Dominion is over, and that the Great Link is alive and well in the Gamma Quadrant. Instead, he has convinced them that you solids exterminated the Great Link, and are attempting to exterminate these founders as well. Los keeps me away from the new link. They have been raised on his deceits, and so will be utterly convinced that you are attempting to exterminate them. I believe we can help each other. You can free me and take me to the new link, where I can explain to the Founders the truth, that the Dominion still exists, and that you are not hunting them to extinction.
Okay, what's the catch?
Oh, I do not like the word catch. It sounds so mercenary. But yes, my price is Loss's life. After I reveal the truth to the new Link, you must allow them to mete out their justice. I cannot jeopardize the life of a founder under any circumstances.
Okay, come with us. Cardassians.
I'll be glad to get out of here. These Alpha Jem'Hadar don't understand the proper respect owed to a Vorta.
Are you guys going to come this time, or are you going to stay behind, or what's the deal here? One of my bridge officers came. Thanks a lot. Yep, the AI sucks in this game. Also, I can't get through there. Why can't I get through there? Maybe because I'm supposed to go this way. Well, I got one bridge officer and all the rest decided to stay behind. That's just lovely.
Intruders! I'll put up a force field. You dump the data!
And I'll shoot you.
We've got to stop the first before he deletes all the data.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Can't go in there. Oh, you guys decided to show up. How nice of you.
Enemy targets uncensored. Personal shield losing power.
Excellent. I shall retrieve the coordinates.
And I'll set up this bomb. Come on, guy. Oh, I have to defend him. Oops.
Enemy targets uncensored. Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Are you done yet? Nope. Here comes trouble. There goes trouble.
Flanking damage detected.
Is that all? Indeed.
I have the data. It will take some time to decrypt, but I recommend we depart.
Definitely. After I set this bomb. Nice. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, that AI, man, I cannot believe that. I mean, they get stuck on doors, they can't follow you, they get lost. I mean, I'm surprised they came in at the end. What a thing. And now we wait, because load times sometimes do this. Very annoying. There we go. Okay. Detecting Cardassian and Dominion energy signatures incoming. The charges on the surface are ready to detonate. Do it. Yay, I blew it up.
You are so quick to blow things up. Such a waste. That factory might have come in handy someday.
Not anymore.
Target's shields have failed.
You really seem to have angered the Jem'Hadar. Of course, they always seem a bit angry, don't you think?
Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Not bad. I called in a couple of Scorpion fighters, so did that. Now I got a 5-minute cooldown on that.
I have completed the decryption of the data we recovered. The new link appears to lie in the Orias system. I have transferred the coordinates to your helm. I want to thank you for your service to the Dominion. I also want to remind you of our agreement, namely, that Loss, or any other founder for that matter, is not to be killed by you.
Yeah. There we go, everybody. The factory. Oh, I forgot to get that collectible. Oh, well. Alright, let's turn this one in.
Congratulations on destroying the facility. That should cripple the Alpha Jem'Hadar for the time being. But we need to make contact with this new link. Hopefully Naaman can convince them of the truth before it's too late. Keep a close eye on him. We may have a treaty with the Dominion, but that doesn't mean I trust them. Aborta's first loyalty will always be to the Founders.
Right? I've got a rapid fire Polaron full auto rifle, or a Polaron pulse wave, or a Polaron stun pistol. And I don't want any of those. I'll probably end up selling it. I'll just get the... Which one has the highest value, actually? Oh, that one does. I'll probably end up just selling it. Or... Ooh, what about a career... Well, I don't know. My kit powers are kind of fine right now. I'll probably do that later on, when we can get higher ones. Yeah, we'll just stick with that, and I'll sell it for energy credits.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Okay, this is new. So we've hit 44, and we're getting a contact from Admiral Devok. I've been following your career closely, Admiral Rami Summers. Please come speak with me when you get a moment. Admiral Devok can be found in the Omega Force Pavilion on DS9. Report to Admiral Devok at DS9 about joining Omega Force. Let's go talk to him. Let's go do it. So, DS9, where are you? There you are. I don't have a transwarp to you yet, do I? No, I don't. Let's speak to Devok and talk about this Omega thing. Now, the reputations don't open up till 50, so I do wonder why I'm getting it now. That's weird. They used to be that this would be the level you would get when you got access to the Omega Gate to go to the Omega Orianis, but that's not a thing anymore, so don't know what it is now. I guess it's a remnant, a leftover from the way things were in the past, but that's okay. We'll see what it is now, see how it relates to now game. I'm curious myself. We are level 44 now. I got many things I can sell. That's good. I can sell them at DS9 before we start the next mission. DS9, please. Dock, please. Sometimes the loading stalls or gets stuck loading into DS9. This also happens on ESD. Apparently this happens to a lot of people and nobody has the answer to it. This time it loaded okay, but sometimes it stalls and hangs. Weird. Okay, Devok Pavilion. I don't actually know where he is. I think he used to be where the marks were that you had to get. Yeah, here in the used to be the place where you had to go to buy all the Omega stuff. Okay, here he is. The Borg won't negotiate and they won't stop, Admiral Rami Summers. We are the only thing that stands between them and the Alpha Quadrant. So basically this is just telling us about the Omega Force Mako, which is kind of weird because the reputation doesn't even open until 50, and we haven't even started the Borg stuff yet, so kind of early. But what is Omega Force? When the Borg reappeared, it became clear that this was a threat that would require a unified response to defeat. The Federation and the Klingon Empire were at war, but their disagreements would become meaningless if the Borg assimilated them both. I knew something had to be done. With the approval of Starfleet Command, I went to the Klingon High Council to request help fighting the Borg. They rejected me, but Chancellor Jempak had the vision to see that I was not trying to end a war. I was trying to fight a more important one. With Starfleet's Makos and the help of the Honor Guard, we have a chance to stop the Borg before they reach our core worlds. However, we needed a structure to coordinate the campaign against the Collective, one that isn't run by Starfleet or the Klingon Defense Force. Omega Force is that organization. Our only war is against the Collective, the Iconians, or anyone else who possesses a danger to the Quadrant as a whole. I lead Omega Force. I report directly to the Klingon Chancellor and the President of the Federation. We coordinate with Starfleet and the KDF, but we are controlled by neither. Together, we will save both our empires. And you can read about the Mako, the Military Assault Command Operations, part of Starfleet. Honor Guard, that's basically the Klingon version of that. Basically, Special Forces is what they are. What is a Special Task Force and how can I join? STFs. He's talking about STFs. You must be level 44 or higher. So I guess STFs start at level 44 now. But I don't know which ones. I guess the normal ones. I don't know about advanced. So this is just telling you that you can start doing STFs now. When you reach level 50, you can choose to participate in elite STFs. Okay. So that really isn't a mission that he's giving you. He's just basically telling you that you can start doing STFs now. I guess normal ones. Or these, at least. Breaking... Well, those aren't the STFs. What do we have? They're not even showing up, actually. Yeah, the STFs aren't even showing up, so I don't know what the deal is. That's weird. Maybe it's a leftover remnant, because I didn't think STFs started at 44. Because they're not showing up for me. I'm only seeing breaking the planet, Federation fleet, Federation starbase. I'm not seeing the Borg STFs right now, so maybe it's wrong. Maybe they need to fix this because this is weird. It's a leftover from the way things used to be and doesn't kind of mesh with current leveling and how things are right now. Well, they need to fix that because that's confusing. The Omega Fleet Store, of course, is now the reputation, but it doesn't matter because you have to be level 50 and you're not level 50, so there's no way you can even begin the Omega reputation. So yeah, the whole thing is messed up right now. 44 is not when STFs start, apparently, because the reputation's not even there. I mean, look, no reputation. I know for a fact it doesn't start till 50, so they need to fix that. They need to do something about that. That's messed up. Okay, anyway, all that was irrelevant to where we are now. We're in the Cardassian storyline, and we still are. And the next mission is the new Link. So stay tuned, everybody, for the next episode. It will be the new Link. Thanks for watching.